Hello and welcome to the LowerBitrate Podcast, your mom's favorite podcast, number 35.
Hello. Welcome. We are nearing our 40s, and that's terrifying.
Yeah, we're going to be, I mapped out when we'll be in the election time, like November time. I think we're going to be like in the 50s. We're just starting the 50s, yeah.
I'd like to start calling our bonus episodes, which we had begun recording, midlife crises episodes.
Yeah, we we recorded a girthy one for you. I don't know how we're going to release it, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Whenever we release it, whatever, I was like, if we're going to just release the whole thing, I was like, I can't wait to tweet. We are going to sit down and do a mini episode. 2 hours later, here's what we did.
Yeah, but I think the topic is not a mini topic. Like it's been a part of our lives for the last like 5 months almost.
Yeah, we get personal on that bonus episode. I don't know if it will continue to be that way, but I was like, dang man, we're talking about real shit.
Where could they find that stuff? Oops.
Sounds like a bar fight's happening over there, but while Lou cleans up, I hope that wasn't one of your cologne bottles, by the way.
Worse, my vape.
Oh shit. Well, while Lou fixes that, I just wanted to remind everybody, thanks for listening to the podcast. You can find us at our link tree to find all our links at it's linktr.ee/lowerbitrate. We're on Twitter too at lowerbitrate. Come interact with us. We do a movie night every Monday. And then we discuss that movie on the podcast, which releases on Friday. So we're on YouTube. Like I said, Twitter. You could check out our Twitches if you'd like. Lou is on Twitch as Lou, Louu. I believe that's his current Twitch handle. And then mine is Mbop, EMBOPP. So, hey, come give us feedback and interact with us.
Yeah, it's fun. We like feedback. So, how was your week?
My week. The weeks really fly by, and then I get really disoriented too. Like if I time travel in Animal Crossing. So yeah, another week. It was okay. I was happy to be able to emerge from isolation. I had isolated just to be precautious. I was worried that I'd maybe possibly been exposed, but everything's fine. I have been able to, actually go outside. So that's been nice, but hanging in there. How about you? How was your week?
Busy week. Really busy week.
How are we busy? Like, I'm not doing anything.
Well, yeah, so like my mom's care has been on hold for the last like 3 months.
Yeah.
So now that it's a little bit safer to go outside and they're taking a lot of precautions, all of the things that would have happened the last 3 or 4 months have just been consecutively happening.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I'm busy.
Yeah, so it's between that. I bought a car last week and apparently I signed my life away. And it's the first time I've ever purchased something that big for myself by myself. I had help the first time.
Yeah.
Well, the first 2 times. I had one hoopty, one relatively nice car, but that was almost a decade ago. So, yeah, just been running around with doing a whole bunch of car shit. It's been nice. It's been fun. Doing a lot of house stuff. Not that much gaming, to be honest with you. Like I'm pretty much like torched by the end of the day, so I don't want to do anything. I did purchase a couple games on the Ubisoft sale though. They had a pretty sweet deal.
Did you know? What'd you pick up?
I I don't think we talked about this. Maybe we mentioned it in passing, but Far Cry 6 looks really really good. So they had a sale for all the Far Cry games. So 3, 4, New Dawn, which is Far Cry 5's DLC, and then Far Cry 5. So essentially I had a 20% off coupon. So I paid maybe like $28 for Far Cry 5, all the DLC, New Dawn, all the DLC, Far Cry 3, all the DLC. 3 games and
Jesus.
all the DLC. I don't think I got Far Cry 4, but I already beat that on consoles and I already beat Far Cry 3 as well. So I'm not too worried about that, but those two games, Far Cry New Dawn and Far Cry 5, I'm excited to play. Cuz I haven't played since 4. So that's been quite some time.
Are you going to stream it with your waifu face rig?
Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But I haven't been able to stream because I've been so tired. Yeah, I haven't played a Far Cry. I was about to say Fallout. Far Cry game since 2014. So,
Whoa. Okay.
yeah, that's when Far Cry 4 released.
That's like Elder Scrolls, like time length.
There's been a few of them that came out too, like Far Cry Primal, which I have no interest in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's been my week. It's been interesting and fun, and I should be going on a date tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I don't get murdered.
Catfish?
I'm not a catfish. No, I've 100%
All
confirmed
right.
their identity.
We're all rooting for you.
You know, I just gotta figure out what cologne to wear. That's the thing. Let's talk about this. So,
Again? Okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm listening.
just a quick rant. Men don't get any accessories, right? Maybe some jewelry, maybe a wallet,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a hat,
A money clip. A belt buckle.
right? So cologne is an extension of that.
Sure. It's also, I mean, I know it's not your thing, which I think the millennials say you're steez, but you can't, it's 2020. Like men wear makeup. Honestly, men have worn makeup for a long time, especially if you do any sort of broadcasting or on camera. So just seeing like makeup makes people feel better. And that's why people, men and women, wear it. Like, yeah, do what you want. Like,
I've worn makeup
use
once.
the body products you want. Get into skincare. Like if you're into cologne, I bet you'd get really into skincare.
Yep, that's
I
important.
can recommend some real weird shit to you.
That goes often overlooked, especially for men.
Yeah, take care of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a breathing like organ of your body. So take care of it, especially if you are prone to wow, we're really off topic too. But if you're prone to like having skin cancer or shady things appear on your skin, you got to take care of your skin. There's things you got to do.
That won't motivate them. They don't care. I'll give them the real motivation. Women notice, or men if that's your thing. They notice when you take care of the little things. Your face, your hands, how you smell. Very easy, inexpensive ways to set yourself apart. Also have a personality. That helps too.
This has been the dating
Or
portion
if you want to
of the
be
podcast.
if you want to be the ultimate Chad, you can just be 6'5", and no matter what you do, it'll be good.
Yeah, that won't deny that a lot of women are into tall men, or even men are into tall men. But just another quick thing. What I tell my guy friends is with your picture, if you use online dating, you better be confidently smiling and not have anyone else in the picture with you unless it's your like waifu pillow or your dog. But
Yeah.
I don't care if it's your sister, just this is a dating site. Why are you putting pictures of your sister there? Have have a confident smile.
Yeah, people that do that have more than one person in each picture, that's an automatic swipe left. I'm not fucking playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego to figure out who you are.
Confidence is the most attractive, is what makes someone most attractive. Like there'll be surveys over and over again. What do you notice first about someone? Their eyes, their body, like what? And it's always confidence is most attractive. So find a way to exude that in an online space.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to give advice.
All right, let's talk about another Chad. Henry Chad Cavill posted a video.
Really excited to talk about this.
Of him building a PC. And if you don't know who Henry Cavill is, he's Superman.
Yes.
He's
you
Geralt Rivera.
No comment. Rivia.
Rivia. He's Geralt Rivia. He's he's into games. He's into like World of Warcraft and shit like that. I've always known that about Henry Cavill.
He's a PC gamer.
Yeah.
Something else about him. I'm a fan of him. Just to mention his other work, he was on The Tudors. He was a supporting character on there, like almost the main character, and I liked him a lot on that show. And then he went on to be Superman, which take it or leave it, but I think he did fine with it, and he looked fine doing it. And then he was The Witcher, which is pretty cool, and really learning more about his like personal interests, like that he is actually into video games and he is a nerd. I like it.
Yeah, he put some spicy parts in his PC. I found it really, really funny because throughout the middle of it, he put the I think I have it behind me. Hold on. The Kraken Z73, which is like a $300 CPU cooler that has an LCD screen in it. So you could put I put just memes in there and GIFs. But it took me like 5 times to install this shit because every time it was upside down or sideways. So I resonated with that. He was like, "Fuck." It's happened far too much times. But yeah, if he can do it, if Mr. Millions of Dollars can build a PC, so can you.
I'll do it someday, but not. What do we say to the god of death? Not today.
Exactly.
What did you think of the production of the video?
With the GoPro?
He did it on Instagram. Like, if you want to see this video, I mean, you can read articles about it, but find it on his Instagram. That's where he posted it. He did it to like Barry White music.
Yeah.
But it was also filmed really well and edited really well. Like, I guess as someone that creates content or likes to consume content, that is kind of amateur production. I was like, wow, he really cut this together nicely. Like wondering if he had any help from a video editor. That's how good it was.
Maybe. It looks like there's a Logitech watermark on the bottom right, which is interesting. I didn't even notice that the first time.
He should have tagged it ad, if that's the case.
Yeah, they have. We could rant about that, about all these Instagram accounts that don't follow the FTC rules.
Yeah, but I don't think he did it intentionally. Like, because he doesn't realize that he's an influencer. Like, influencers will do that shadily.
Yeah, it has a Logitech like watermark. Well, now it doesn't. What the fuck?
I don't remember seeing that. I feel like I would have seen that.
Well, halfway
even
through.
Though he did it. I love that he did it in a tank top. Like, female streamers. Oh,
because he has like, if I was Logitech and you had a Razer keyboard, I would like lose my shit.
Okay.
I enjoyed this though. I watched the whole thing. I watched it twice actually.
I love that he embraced the like how nerds gasm over this. Like, yes, that's like the stupid meme. Like, yeah, sex is great, but have you ever like installed your own graphics card? Like, have you ever, laid your own thermal paste. Yeah, nerds find this shit sexy. I liked it.
Yeah, I firmly believe that everyone should build at least one PC in their life. Just one.
At least learn how to maintain it or upgrade it if you don't do the full build yourself. That will lead, I feel like, to learning how to build yourself. I just want to say this. I've looked for this comment online. I haven't found it. So I want to say that I thought of it. Maybe I saw it somewhere else. But how many bits for Henry Cavill to do the next build in cosplay as Geralt? Missed opportunity, right? Like, I don't want to be critical, but I was like, hey.
That is possible. You know that, right? CD Projekt Red has a really good relationship with NVIDIA GeForce. So, like, they put like random what?
What's stopping him from doing it? Like, it's a cosplay stream.
Money.
Do it on Twitch.
They would want to put money for it, I think. But yeah, CD Projekt Red, the team from Netflix and NVIDIA, with their new graphics card release that's supposed to happen sometime this year, but I don't think it will happen this year because of hashtag Rona. But yeah, I'd see that. That'd be dope. $5. I'm starting the bid.
$5 to see that? Like, yeah,
I'll start it off at $5.
Like a subscriber only stream on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you can even throw
Henry
it on
Cavill, hit me up. Like, I have ideas for you. These celebrities starting streams, I'm like, send me an email. I'll tell you what to buy and how to set up OBS. Easy peasy. You don't have to try to figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm. We mentioned that this might be like sponsored by Logitech. I don't think it is, but we finally got some information about, well, solid information, not just solid. You could buy this thing. The Logitech Cross Herman Miller chair has been released.
Highly anticipated. I thought it would take longer to come out, but man, this PR and marketing is expertly, like, the presidential administration needs to hire this PR company. Just how they're handling just the news releases and the ads. Like, they teased it. They already had people using it. Like, well done. Well done, Logitech / Herman Miller.
Yeah. When they announced this in February, they said it was going to be available sometime in the spring or summer. I knew that this was going to be a current design that's gamerized or whatever, because there's no way that you can, from like fruition to like ideas to fruition, it's not going to be 4, 5, 6 months. It's going to be more than a year out, right? So it all depends on what chair they choose, because you could buy like an Aeron chair for like $700 ish, and then depending on the size, and then the Embody chair was a little bit more expensive, and they went with the Embody chair. I sent you a private message maybe like a month and a half ago of a leak that happened, but I don't think it was newsworthy. I actually had to like scrounge the internet for that shit to find it. Nobody was really talking about this. Nobody really cared, I guess. This gaming chair, LOL. What do you think about the chair? What are your thoughts?
Well, my predictions I thought were wrong. Okay. Excuse me. I thought it was going to be the Aeron design, because that chair is popular because of the price and the comfort. Like, the like IT professionals that I know talk about how good that chair is, but the price tag is hefty compared to what I could get, just to use for gaming. But I thought for sure we were getting that. I thought it was going to be $800. Woo! I was off.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be about like 900-ish, but the Embody chair is way more expensive. Would you prefer the Aeron chair? Because the Aeron chair is just mesh, right?
Yeah, I prefer it. I've always wanted to try one. I was gonna buy like a dupe, a dupe of one from Massdrop, or aka now it's called drop.com. Um, ooh, that site is addictive. Watch out. Don't go there. Don't go there. I had to get off of it. It was an addiction. Yeah, I thought for sure we were getting that light mesh chair as an answer to these bulky, heavy gaming chairs that should be mounted in sports cars and not be like rolled around for a stream.
Yeah. I'm not mad that they didn't go with the Aeron chair. I mean, like, there's a little bit more durability with the embody chair because it's like foam. That's a tough sell for most people. Most people don't think that back looks good. The back is like kind of exposed.
I hate to be critical, like well done on the release. Happy for everyone that gets this chair. But that back surprises me. You're like, oh, you'll never see it, but I think that's short-sighted. They're going to put these chairs at charity events, just I don't know. Some like what's his name said, Jeff Keighley's like, I've been streaming in it for months now. You're going to see these chairs, and I don't know. I don't think the back should be unfinished in that way.
I think it's a little more flagrant because it's blue. It has a blue backing. If it was like gray, maybe it would be more subtle or like match the. I don't know if that's plastic, but to match the little plastic design or whatever. I'll buy this chair. I mean,
Really?
I'm gonna buy this chair, but at a discount, like a 15% discount would be okay. It looks okay to me. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a headrest or whatever because I tend to fall asleep on my chair. Um, it's
Do
just
you
a
think
tough sell at 1500.
people will buy it?
Of course, people will buy it. People buy, massive amounts of stupid things at higher prices. But for me personally, like someone who is forced to have a budget now, um, yeah, I can't see myself dropping almost $1,700 right now just for this chair.
I hate to be hypercritical, but we are just discussing it. But yeah, it's a lot. The price with tax costs more than my PC. That is my gaming rig. That was a pre-build, but I got a good deal and I like it a lot. And then my custom built streaming PC, just the PCs. I'm not including like the monitors or any of the peripherals. That 1,600 price tag is higher than the two computers. I'm like, hey, if you want to upgrade your gaming, buy a gaming computer. Or if you already have one, me personally, my advice would be to invest in an uplift desk. I've been very happy with mine.
But you can't really put a price on comfort, right? I mean, this chair could be like one of the best chairs on the market, right? But the price for an embody chair is about 1,300 maybe at like base value. And the only thing that's really different is it has a little bit different. I could be ignorant on this, and it just came out. It was what 6 hours ago, so just today.
Mm.
Um, the only difference is the foam. There's an extra layer of foam on your buttocks and I think your back. Um, you can't really put a price on comfort, so maybe it might be. This also has a 12-year warranty. I think like no questions asked as well. So maybe like the gas springs and the casters and the foam. I don't know about the foam, but maybe they might honor that. I think it's like a industry leading warranty. It might be worth it in that sense because a lot of people buy things that I would never purchase, but you can't put a price on what you want for it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
a Toyota Supra is $50,000 MSRP, but you couldn't buy one, so they were marking them up $10,000-$20,000, and people were buying them.
I wonder if these will be hard to get.
No, they. I was reading through all the PR speak through the Twitter comments, and this is not a limited release. I mean, the production might be a little bit limited with shipping because I think it does ship out next month. And it takes about 10 weeks to get an actual embody chair, like a stock chair, not a Logitech branded one. So shipping wise, yes, it's gonna take a little bit, but I don't think this is gonna be a limited thing. Depending on how much sales they have, I think I'm gonna save. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save up for it, and by Black Friday, I'll treat myself, or Cyber Monday, I'll treat myself to one of these things.
Okay.
I could live with this piece of shit DX Racer for another 4 months. I think I could manage that. But yeah, $1,500 is a little too much.
Too much. And by the way, hey, congratulations if you're going to get one of these. Happy for you. If you're going to sell your old chair and it's an Aeron in good condition, let me know.
Yeah, same thing with an embody chair for me. You want to give me a good deal and recoup some of the costs? Wallet ready. But we'll see.
I don't care how many times you farted in it. I'll Febreze that mesh seat.
Yeah, and if anybody from Logitech is listening, we have our email listed on the link tree. Hit us up for 2.
Look, I'll only accept one if it comes with a Mountain Dew cup holder. I don't want to. That is non-negotiable with a gaming chair.
All right. Well, enough about this Logitech stuff. Let's end this on one thing. Did it meet or exceed or was below your expectations? Just the chair itself, not the price. Bar the price.
I guess because I just haven't seen or had any experience with an embodied chair before. So I thought we were getting an Aeron. So no, it did not meet my expectations. I don't know. I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like I'm not like shame on you for this price. I'm just like, cool. Sounds like it's worth it. Like, yeah, go for it if you can afford it. Get that chair.
Yeah, it's not inflammatory to me. This is not like a disrespectful release. It's just not something that I was like expecting. You know what I mean? This is a high quality chair that doesn't really fit inside of a mass appealing gaming market. You know what I mean? And maybe that was just my fault for expecting something different from Herman Miller.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this will only drive down the price of other chairs, especially in the secondary market. So
I hope so. Yeah, let us know if you're gonna get this chair. Like, I don't know how it works. Did you pre-order it or something? Like, does it come with a free Tesla? Who knows? Sorry, I don't mean to roast this. I just these things just come out of my brain. But yeah, let us know if you're upgrading to this. As always, I'm interested in people's upgrades, whether it's accessories like chairs or anything. Interested. One more thing. I want to mention the Price is Right game we're playing here. Please chime in and feedback. They showed quickly in the video ad that was released today by Logitech and Herman Miller, not just the chair, but they showed a monitor and a rising, like, standing desk. That's all I saw. I don't know if anyone caught more than that. I just watched it once.
Mouse as well.
Is that so surprising though? Like, that's already available.
Yeah, but we have to include it in the price.
With a Herman so Herman Miller's making keyboards now.
Not Herman Miller, Logitech. I think Logitech filmed it. Herman Miller only has to do with the making of it and the distribution.
I mean, what about the desk? Like, who's making the desk and who's making the monitor stands? It's being sold as a package with the chair. It was just advertised as such. They said up your gaming and correct your scoliosis with the chair, the desk, and the monitor stands. You too can start charging for trials runs if you buy this setup. It'll pay for itself.
Yeah, I don't think Logitech. I think that was the Herman Miller thing. I don't think Logitech makes monitor stands or desks.
I just don't know why they would highlight something that they're not going to sell.
Whoa. I found it. I found the desk. Uh, LOL.
Oh man. So wait, you only know the price of the desk, right? So what do you think for the whole rig? Like, let's see who's
The
right. I don't
whole
know why I
rig,
really want to play prices right.
more than $3,000.
Depends on the size of the desk, but yes, uplift desks can easily run 2,000. But you can definitely get more sensible models. But
Do you want the
really,
specs of the desk?
does it do more than just be a standing desk?
It is a sit stand desk, yes.
All right. Well, I think the desk will cost 2,000.
Cold.
Cheers. Shit. 3?
Lower. No, it's lower. It's not higher than
Oh.
there.
Oh, okay. So is it going to be like 1,000?
A little bit more. About, you want me to say it?
Sure. Go ahead.
1,300. Or you get total height is between 27 and 46 inches, a width of 60 inches, depth of 30, and maximum lift capacity is 200 pounds.
Yeah, that's competitive in my opinion with like the best standing desks on the market, which should come with a good warranty, and then should have a really good reputation. I don't know. I think the company you buy your desk from should make desks, if you're really looking for peak performance, bang for your buck. Monitor stands,
Oof. I
on
found
the
that
other
too.
hand, okay, with gas springs, I have found really great monitor stands for under 200, but that was for a dual monitor. So I guess it would probably be like 250 probably for a 3 mount monitor desk mounting
You're
stand.
sitting down, right?
Okay, so that's how much. No, I'm saying that's how much I have paid for my, like setup. So I think their monitor stands, oh my God, what could they do besides have gas springs? They could be like voice reactive. You can say, open browser to Pornhub so you don't have to touch anything. Okay, I think they're going to be just the monitor stands, not even including a monitor.
No monitor.
They didn't show a monitor. 500 for, and that's for a single mount.
$295.
$295 for one. Do they sell like dual?
No, just one.
It's a lot.
That is a lot of money. I paid $30 for my monitors.
I don't think you need gas springs if you have a single monitor, but it is nice. Just pay a little bit more, you'll get it. It makes your monitor weightless. It's pretty nice, and it's like magic.
Yeah, this is a premium offering. Very premium.
Gamers like, I think especially PC gamers like to have the best and the latest. And there's a lot of marketing and hype behind these things. So yeah, congrats to Herman Miller and Logitech. I think this is a huge success.
Yeah, this opens up Herman Miller to like the masses, right?
A whole new market that is ignored, which is gaming.
Yeah. And none of this shit seems like very gamery, you know what I mean? Like I was expecting like RGB fucking lights every time you fart and like does a symphony of like lights or whatever.
It's like the Atomophone,
Yes. This is, I
If you
mean, this
don't
is
know what
cool.
that is,
This is out of my
Google it.
price range though. I would never pay $300 for fucking monitor arm. You must be out of your mind.
Mm.
For a
It also
single arm.
gives single arm monitor stand also will massage your back.
Yeah, I feel poor looking at this. Let's move on. Animal Crossing.
Games. Let's talk about games. Oh, one more question. Do you think they'll come out with a streaming flavor of this chair?
No. What do you mean?
Okay. I don't know.
Like a special edition, like a streamer edition?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just start like how certain companies have become, okay, now they're wisening up to gamers. trying to break into that demographic and massive market. What if then they'll break into streaming? Like the Logitech webcams started being like great for streaming. So streamers bought this one flavor of webcam.
The 920, C920.
Logitech, seems like a strange prediction, but I think they're going to come out with a streaming flavor of a chair.
No, I think they'll do like maybe like a white edition, because you could buy the mouse that I have, the G Pro wireless, in black most of the time, but they've done a pink, they've done a white before, like limited edition stuff. So I think this one that we see, the gray one, will be like the main one, and then maybe they might do like some special colors after the
I
fact.
think, yeah, it needs to be noticeable. Has Jeff Keighley been streaming with no cam? Like, how did no one know this was the new chair? So how are people going to know when you're streaming that this is this chair? Besides the streamer being like, check out my Logitech chair.
Yeah, I like that though, because I don't want to be a walking advertisement for whatever company has my chair.
Yeah, but there's status. Okay, yes, but I think you're in the minority with that opinion. So having a DX Racer, so sad, is like a status thing. You see it on the stream, like people are like, wow, that chair is expensive. It's considered the best of the best.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? I like that it's understated though. I really enjoy that. No gamer
For sure.
marketing. Just the Logitech G, which is fine with me.
All right, now games. I'm sorry.
Animal Crossing, how you feeling?
Animal Crossing, I had some sad moments like in prior weeks, Celeste visiting, nobody cares. I finally had a good turnip price. 3 people visited in the span of like 8 hours. It was so sad. I just kept checking and like no one was flying in. So I was like, good God, this game is dead. It makes me sad. I hope it comes out with a really awesome fall update that brings people back. I'm still playing it. I see myself still playing it. Would be open to another game taking my attention though. So ready perhaps to let go.
Yeah, sometimes you need to take a break. That's what I've been doing, taking a break, letting my feelings of the game in its current state settle, and going back to it after. I've done that with a few games and have enjoyed my return more than my original foray into it, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds healthy. Unlike the way I play games, which is until I play them until I absolutely start to hate them, and then myself, which is like Destiny 1, where in the content drought, the very first one, I would just kill ogres over and over again to upgrade my grimoire for no reason. Who cares? Like, killed 300 ogres to have this like high grimoire score.
Yeah, I did
It's not
that
healthy.
as well. No, it's not. Is there any other game that you're enjoying right now?
Yes, Clubhouse games.
All right, let's hear it.
Clubhouse games was a game. I think I saw a tweet about it or something, and I was like, "Ooh, what's that? That looks like what I'm looking for." Which is I've tried before playing like card games or board games on the Switch, and it just not a good interface. Crashes a lot. People drop in and out. It's just impossible to have a cohesive enjoy. Get like fulfillment of that was a good game all around. Just the satisfaction of playing games like you used to around a table. So I found Clubhouse games on the Switch. Peak enjoyment of this game is with the Switch Online subscription. A friend just told me today that he found Uno, so we're gonna play later. I'm excited. It just has a different name, so I was like, "Way to go, Clubhouse Games! Just put Uno in the game and name it like number 1 in Japanese. No one will know."
Yeah, there's a bunch of articles on here like one sentence reviews of every game in Clubhouse games.
Just try them all for yourself. Like, who knows what you'll get into. Some of the games are, I'm sure you'll play for maybe 10 seconds and then drop and never play again. But it also comes with a piano mode. I haven't tried it yet. I found Mahjong Solitaire and I've just been playing that like a old grandma. It's mindless. I enjoy it. Probably need to find some other games to play.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing and Mahjong. Jesus.
The Uno clone. They can't say it's Uno, but it's called Last Card. Giggity, don't sue us. I'll pick this up eventually. Maybe if I can find 50 for the physical, right?
50 for physical when I bought it, and then 40 for the digital download, which is what I did. Maybe it'll go on sale, but I doubt it because I think this game is underrated and hasn't gotten the hype or notice that it deserves, especially in these times. Like, Animal Crossing is dying down. People are looking for other games to play. This would be a good way to have socialized gaming like Animal Crossing used to be.
Yeah, I think also Clubhouse Games used to be a Nintendo DS franchise. I think they ported or updated the games for the Switch.
Only thing that surprises me about this game is that there's not some flavor of Tetris on there. Maybe I'll find it, but
yeah, this looks cool though. I'll pick it up for 30. No questions asked.
If you're missing that like chill experience, you used to, and it'll be different from Animal Crossing, right? You don't have to buy more than one physical copy to play it. Like, if you do a digital download, can you play it on your Switch Lite as well?
Possibly, yeah. I don't think there's any fuckery with the save states.
Unlike with Animal Crossing, where it's like, oh, I want a Switch Lite to play it really chill mode in bed, but you're going to have to buy another copy of the game, in addition to the console I was considering buying. But you can play it on your Switch Lite in bed, like chill. There's so many chill games on there.
That's the biggest Achilles heel for me for Animal Crossing. I would definitely play it more if I could play it on the Switch Lite. Just so much more lighter than the Switch. Like, I'll be in bed with the regular Switch, and sometimes like my wrists or my fingers give out, and I just get slapped in the fucking face with the Switch.
I don't play it above my face like that, where I would get slapped on the face, but I do get. I think I'm prone to this though because of having fibromyalgia. Is that my ligaments and joints and muscles get tired much more easily, like are prone to overuse much more quickly. So I've had to take breaks, from playing in bed, like instead forcing myself to play with a controller, because the weight of holding up the Switch and doing the controls at the same time really started to hurt like my wrists a lot, like nagging pain. So
yeah,
that's why I wanted that Switch Lite. So hey, if you're still playing Animal Crossing, let me know. I'm still playing like a sad ass weeb. Also, pick up Clubhouse games. Let's find a game to play if you have Switch Online. That'd be fun.
Yeah, let us know if you saw the mini direct as well. We didn't really see it, so there's not much to talk about. But apparently, it was like a partner showcase. Not many first party games from Nintendo. I don't know if this is just a one-off thing where they kind of didn't show anything. Maybe there's nothing to show because of the delays with game development. I know Metroid was delayed, Metroid 4, I believe, because the game was shite. And they fucking went back to the drawing board. Yeah, but let us know what you think of it. Do you like this new mini direct that they did if you watched it, or do you prefer the main big bangers with first party stuff?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Seems like people were disappointed, but Nintendo made it clear what they were going to present, which is great. Nintendo's done a great job of making nindies and supporting indie titles. So yeah, I think they're just showing how they're expanding hopefully that will open it up to even cooler things.
Yeah. Last week, 2
Mm-hmm.
games released. Ghost of Tsushima, which has seen critical acclaim, to be honest. Um, I'm glad that people are enjoying it, but I don't have a PS4. So Paper Mario also came out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten it yet because apparently it's sold out by me. Who
Ah,
would have
shit.
thought? Um,
Did you pre-order it on Amazon or no?
no. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to play this game right now, but I will eventually get it. Did watch some streams of it though, and it looks pretty interesting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite thing is like you have these or like little paper pieces or whatever, and I guess you press a button to like fill the world with your paper pieces, and it looks like he's fucking jizzing paper. Like Mario's just like fucking splooging all over the place. Like he just
This is the only thing I know about this game post-release is the paper splooge. Thank you.
yeah, he just like curls in his loins, like gets a good grip and just fucking lets it loose all over the world. That's the only thing I know. So our first impressions are delayed, right? You haven't played this yet?
Have not, unfortunately, just busy week. Haven't had the time to sit down and enjoy this new Nintendo title like I want to. So soon.
Yep.
Impressions coming soon.
Yeah, very soon. Uh More delays. Destiny 2 delayed their expansion by a month and some change. Maybe a month and like a week or so.
Are people mad?
From what I noticed is 50-50. Some people are butthurt. Some people are like, take all the time you need. You know, the simps.
Hmm.
This looks to me like they're repeating the same mistakes that they've done in the past.
Yeah, I hate to hear this.
Um, yeah, you could pretty much like plan out what's gonna happen in Destiny and not have to know. Just look at the past of the game. I'll play it, but November time, I don't know what things are gonna be looking like. November time is such a hard time to release a game because you have a lot of games coming out during that time.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of AAA games. That's like the month. That's like gaming month, you know?
And they'll also remarket the games from the year, that kids have wanted all year and now are like have the opportunity to get because it's their birthday or Christmas.
Yeah, and then you have Black Friday, so a lot of people don't have any money. That's like the beginning of the holiday shopping season. So it's gonna be rough. I mean, they're basically banking on people pre-ordering it at this point, having money to pre-order it. But we all know that most of the game sales don't come from pre-orders. They come from people um, listening to reviews or watching reviews and looking at their streamer play it and going into the store and buying it. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. A little disappointed about it, but I guess you get a little bit more time to play the current game. Um, I just don't think that 3 or 4 months to play it doesn't have enough content for 3 or 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it never does. I'm sorry.
No,
Destiny never has enough content. Like I said, I was killing, over 300 ogres. That was the content. Yike.
yeah. We could talk about more about Destiny, but I don't want to rant about it. It is what it is. You sent something earlier about some Destiny merch.
Yeah, I was really surprised about just because of the type of game Destiny is. I've never heard of a first person shooter game coming out with a cookbook. So I don't know anything about this cookbook. I just saw it before we started recording. Let me know if it's good or what it is. Like, are you eating neon ramen, emotes? Like, what? Did I miss the expansion where there was like a delicious bodega serving tortas in the tower somewhere? Um, just a little confused. Also, is it space food?
All
I'm
right, you
curious.
ready?
Let me know. Yes.
Okay. So this is one of the, I guess, like the free recipes that they give you because it's on their store page. First of all, the cost. The cost is $34.99.
$30. Yeah. Okay.
You get a
Yeah, I
free
was like,
emblem in the game,
oh.
printed on the card inside of the book. It has an ISBN number, so you could search this up. Maybe you could find a good deal on it if it's sold outside of the Bungie store. I don't think it will be.
Hmm.
Um, it comes with, on the right hand side, it gives you difficulty, prep time, yield, how much you get out of it, and pretty much dietary notes, like if it's vegan or not.
Yeah.
So this one is easy, takes 5 minutes, and it gives you 1 cup. It is called Reveler's Tonic, and it comes with like some grimoire little lore pieces on the top, which I really don't care about, but it is 2 tablespoons of apple juice, 2 tablespoons of non-alcoholic curacao, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, ice, and sparkling grape juice. And then it gives you some light instructions. Strain or pour into a champagne flute. I don't know what that is.
It's a champagne glass.
Why do they call it a flute? Interesting.
Because it's French. Yeah, I don't know. They could have said champagne glass. Yeah.
Here is one that's a little bit different. It's actual food. It's not a drink. It's called spicy ramen, which is kind of a meme.
Anything besides ramen. I knew there was going to be ramen in there.
You don't want me to. Okay, no ramen.
Let's not interested. Sorry.
What about you like coleslaw?
No. Oh my. Seriously? Any food?
This is all they're showing me. Okay, dessert
or a meal.
All right, we got you into dessert. So this one is called Galler Doodles.
Hold on, I'm gonna have an asthma attack. Holy shit! No, you made that up. That's not real.
I swear to you, I did not. Here, I can give you the link to it.
All I can think about is like Destiny-O's, like SpaghettiOs. I'm not hating on this. I think that's hilarious. Please tell me what it is.
Okay, so it's difficulty easy, 1 hour prep time, cook time is 20, and it gives you, it's cookies, 20 cookies. Dietary notes here are dairy, tree nuts, and it's vegetarian. So this one is 3/4 cup plus 1/3 cup whole cashews divided. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1 cup unsalted butter, room temperature, 3/4 cup sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1 egg white. I think the egg makes it non-vegan. It's vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you some. I'm just mulling it over or whatever. It gives you decent instructions.
It sounds like maybe a snickerdoodle or like some sort of like peanut cookie, like peanut butter cookie. That was just so funny. I don't know. Gallardoodle, yeah, it makes sense that it's a cookie, the name, but I was not expecting that. Gallardoodle sounds like what Ned Flanders calls his Gallahorn.
This could be fun. Especially if we spend some more time at home during the winter months.
Do a baking stream.
Exactly. Having a cookbook like this for $30 that's kind of like nerdy might be a good thing. Keep you busy.
One that I've always kind of had my eye on. Well, apparently the Game of Thrones one is interesting. You can make the food from Game of Thrones. Or the Skyrim cookbook. Like the food in that game looks amazing. I think there should be a Monster Hunter cookbook. I just didn't understand. I was like, when did I miss the introduction of delicious food into the first-person shooter, space cowboy shooter of Destiny?
Right.
Just thought it was a strange merch thing, but good for them. Good for the fans.
Yeah, I think you can only buy this thing on Bungie store.
Bungie likes to control their merch like that, unless it's like fandom type merch like you get on like Etsy or something.
Yeah.
Bungie's been around for a long time. They know about merch.
This will 100% go on sale though. Make no mistake about it. Most of their books go on sale unless it's like, a collector's edition art book or something.
I have their art books because I love the art of Destiny. I think it's one of the most beautiful games I've played, I think. But I love the art books. So I have a Destiny 1 and a Destiny 2 one. It's really cool. I like it. I like seeing the concept art. What the artists envision for to go along with the story versus what actually got executed is also interesting too. Like how they picture the dreadnought to look versus what we got.
Yeah, concept art is always dope. It's oftentimes more detailed because the art team has to scale it back, like the 3D art has to be
Right.
scaled back a little bit.
Yeah, the art creator, the creative side is not executing the mechanics of the game, and doing the coding. So then that's what's interesting about games is just like movies. It's this giant creative project with so many teams working together, so many working parts behind the screen once you take a peek behind the curtain. So that's why it's interesting to me to see the art design. I guess people maybe collect like art design of movies or who knows, there's all types of all types of art books. I personally like video game art books. Good God, I give up. 8 bigs.
Let's move on. TV time, right? TV movie time.
TV time.
Have you seen Hamilton?
No.
Shame. I've seen it one time following. Watched it on Discord with a friend. It was basically a hostage situation. They were never gonna watch it, so I just streamed it on Discord. I enjoyed it again.
It's long.
It is long. You can take a break though. If you could, okay, so if you can't sit for 2.5 hours, I would watch the first half of it, which is about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and then take a break, and then come back to it when you need to. There's really nothing. It's really split distinctively in the middle. Like it's a play. So you're watching it without all of the setup and shit like that. So.
Do you recommend subtitles?
No subtitles. It's pretty much. I mean, if you really want to understand the words, but I didn't feel the need for subtitles.
Okay. So other point I wanted to make, I appreciate your recommendation to take a break because I watched 10 minutes of it, took a break, got up, and never returned.
Yeah, I would block out maybe like an hour and a half for the first half, and then you can come back and watch it whenever, maybe the next day or hours later. It's a tough watch if you stick through it all. But we did take maybe a 20-minute break, 25-minute break in the middle of it. Just like stretch our legs, use the bathroom, get something to eat. Because that's pretty much what Broadway shows have anyway. They have like a 30-minute intermission to give the actors, a break. If you see them on the stage, they're like heaving, they don't have any energy. So
it's so full of words.
Yeah,
but I feel like there's a better word for that.
Everyone that I've suggested it to has really, really enjoyed it.
Okay, my thing with Hamilton is maybe I just have a bad impression of it. No, I don't. I know it's, the musical of our generation, but I feel like it has had a very different Broadway experience. Not that I have ever seen a Broadway show, but that people knew the music. And thus, when they see the musical, I feel like they're more into it. I don't know the music. Do you feel like that's true? Yeah, sure.
Do you like old school hip hop, like wordplay hip hop?
Yeah, I watched 10 minutes of it, but honestly, I had a hard time keeping up with the speed of like how many words they were saying it. I think you need to be familiar with the music to really appreciate what it is.
I don't think so. Maybe the second time it might be that way. Like you could pay a little bit more attention to like what they're saying. There's definitely some things that I missed in the first watch versus the second one.
But there's no visual things to look at. The stage, I'm not being I'm just saying there's only the words, which I know are excellent. I just had trouble keeping up a lot, but there's no costumes. Literally, like they're in corsets and bloomers. Like they're not even in costumes, It looks like they're half dressed, which I appreciated, that creative choice. But there's just nothing else going on. The set is so basic.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but most of it is close up, which is a vantage point that you don't get when you're watching it in a theater. You know what I mean? Like you
True.
paid
Yeah,
$1,000 to watch that shit from the fucking nosebleeds.
you're right.
So I took it as I was paying attention more to like the little details, like their facial expressions, like how their mouth moved when they were singing. There's a King George the Third part. That's I think my favorite part of the entire thing. That pops up about like 20 something minutes or whatever. That's by Jonathan Groff, the guy from Mindhunters, and Glee and other shows like that. He's fucking fantastic. But this dude, he said on a interview that he spits when he sings. Oh,
Great.
oh yeah, you see that 100%, like in full view. This dude fucking slobbering on himself singing. Um,
All right.
it's great. You should. I would yeah, just don't pay attention to the setting. The setting and the stage is pretty basic or whatever. But did you notice the three rings in the middle?
No.
The Hamilton stage has three rings in the middle that can rotate either clockwise or counterclockwise, and they can rotate independent from one another. So they give you these illusions of people like walking,
Mm-hmm.
um and running, or
Cool.
coming in and out of their life. It's pretty cool. But the meat and potatoes of it comes at the very end. What they did with the visuals of the very end was some crazy shit that I've never seen. And to be
Mm-hmm.
fair, I've only seen two Broadway plays, and I've seen in person, and I've seen a handful of others on like tape. But yeah, I think it's worth it just for that second half.
All right. I keep promising I'll give it another try. I just don't get around to it. Again, busy. Like I would like to play Origami King perhaps before planning my ass down again to watch Hamilton.
I am willing to sit in Discord and stream it and watch it again if that's what it takes. Not independent of Monday movie night.
All right. Well, we'll see.
So your opinion is delayed. What else is delayed? Tenet.
Mm,
This
I'm
one hurts.
sorry. Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me. I know Christopher Nolan is one of the premier directors, and he has pull, and he will not allow his movie to go on Amazon Premiere or Amazon Cinema, whatever they call it.
Even if the money's right, what if the money becomes right?
I don't think it's about the money for him. He came out on an interview and said that it's not about the money, it's about the experience. So that type of like hipster shit to me like really annoys me, because this is my movie of the year that I want to see.
Right. Yeah.
Dunkirk was fine. Dunkirk was an experience to be seen, but that was in what, 2017 or 2018? So it's been quite a while since we've seen something it's been 10 years since we've seen something along the scale of like Inception. Inception came out in 2010, 2014 was Interstellar. So yeah, I'm bummed. It's delayed indefinitely. They took it off of the release calendar um for Warner Bros. And I don't think we'll be seeing this movie this year.
That's a real bummer. I respect directors that have the sentimentality for the way cinema has been or was, and even being able to choose, to like record on film, to make their movies, to make it really unique. But I don't understand why he's like impeding, or he seems stubborn about just accepting what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Stream it, give it to the fans, maybe he'll come around to that. But yeah, this is I can't imagine the way a director feels. You know, they've given birth to this baby, you know, they've worked on for years and years, especially how precise Nolan is. This is no Michael Bay shit. He's so intentional, and his films have such specific vision and depth. So I'm sorry, Christopher Nolan, but give us the movie.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Are there a lot of drive-through theaters by you?
There is one, but it's a ways away. Like those really died out. That's why it's like drive-in movie theaters died out, and you know our modern theater experience came to be. But I hate to say it's dead. You know, like
Yeah, there's only
it's like
3 in New York.
saying we're gonna have a football season, like or baseball's gonna start back up for some sort of postseason like rush. It's just please don't send me hate mail for saying it. It's my opinion, but I really feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm willing to drive 100 miles to go see Tenet in a drive-through theater if that's what it is.
It's not gonna no, but it's not gonna be a good experience. It's an outdoor screen. Visuals will be affected. Audio will be affected. You're not gonna get the in theater audio experience. It's not the experience you're excuse me, you're wanting or Nolan wants either.
Yeah. I'm bummed. 2020
Too bad.
sucks.
Nolan, stream it. Just do it. Give us it.
Yeah. Raise the price to $30. I'll buy it.
Yeah. So many people would.
Want to blow through the rest of the TV?
Sure. I mean, there's not much to really, you know, harp about it, honestly, but I watched Palm Springs, which is on Hulu, and it's a Lonely Island movie, you know, so it's Andy Samberg. And I forgot the actress. She's really good. You'll recognize her, the main actress, but give it a watch. It's a weird fantasy. I don't want to tell you anything about it. Just try it. You know, you got free time. Watch this new movie that's streaming. And I also watched Little Monsters. I don't know who made this movie, when it came out, if it's a new movie, but it popped up, you know, the algorithm blooped it up into my eyeballs and I watched it. It has Lupita. Her last name is Nyong'o.
Nyong'o, yeah, something like that.
She's excellent. Of course, she's excellent in everything she does, but it's a different, I don't know. I really like the role she was cast in this movie. It's good. Give it a watch.
Where is that
It's
on Netflix?
I forgot. But give it a watch. It's really good. It's a zombie movie. Funny zombie movie. Also, if you like Josh Gad, he's a big name. He's in it. I just personally don't like him. But he's in it. So watch it.
Okay, cool. What else?
I've been watching Parasite still. I like it. It's weird. I can't like sit down and binge a whole bunch of episodes because it's trippy as fuck. But yeah, it's a good little anime chill watch. I'm enjoying. You know, I don't always have an anime that I'm watching, but yeah, this is it right now.
Okay.
You watching any anime or any TV you want to add?
I'm slowly slogging through Unsolved Mysteries.
Do you like it?
I like the first one, yeah. It was interesting.
Okay. Was that the one with the flip flops?
Yeah, the guy that, you know, cannonballed from a building.
They've received like a bunch of tips. I don't know how legitimate they are, but I read on Nerdist that, you know, that was my opinion. I was like, these cases, some of them are going to get solved. So
yeah, the first one was especially weird. Yeah, I'm slowly slogging through that. I haven't embarked on another show since Dark because I'm still upset. Yeah, really no movies. I've just been chilling on the TV. Just watching a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of DIY stuff,
Like
pretty
what?
much. I'm trying to do things to my car.
Oh.
Boring stuff. Only interesting to me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No animes. Even though I have a fucking long back list that people have given me that I haven't even attempted to do. So
Yeah. Yep.
So the next movie we're gonna watch is Taika Waititi's Boy. This movie came out in 2010, I believe.
It's his first film.
Yeah. So this is the Taika Waititi's. He's from New Zealand, right?
Yeah, he's a Kiwi.
He's a Kiwi.
And this movie is cast with indigenous actors, and it is about the story of, some New Zealanders, what their life is like, and it tells the story of a boy. And I enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward to watching it again. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I really recommend it. Who doesn't like Taika Waititi like films? I'm excited. So maybe before we jump into what we do in the shadows, we could do plugs one more time.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Please make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to our podcast so you can get the latest the notifications for the latest episodes. Bonus episodes coming soon, so you'll want to be sure to be subscribed on your podcast catcher or on YouTube, like I said. Interact with us on Twitter, Discord. Find us at LowerBitrate. We're going to talk about what we do in the shadows.
I enjoyed this film.
I forgot how funny it was.
It's that perfect like movie length as well. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short. It was about like an hour, maybe an hour 40.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting.
Yeah, like how much of a mockumentary can you take, right? Like it was good. Real good.
Yeah, it was this came out what, 2014?
Yes, I thought it was older, but
it looks
not
older.
that old.
The style of it is older.
I think because it was before its time. They present it in this like retro vaporwave type thing, like the New Zealand Tourist Board decided to film, this family of vampires. But it's presented in that kind of staticky, like old VHS public programming. And it must have looked exactly like that channel, what it was in New Zealand. I have no idea. I've never seen New Zealand public programming, but it really reminded me of something like PBS.
Yeah. I enjoyed the film adaptation of this kind of style. I thought it was really funny. I think my favorite part was there's just the inclusion of Stu. Just this random motherfucker. And
how important he becomes.
Yeah, he becomes like the catalyst, like the fucking anchor for the group. Another funny part for me was the old ass vampire that was like 8,000 years old. How
Peter.
How he just fucking bursts into flames at the very bottom. And then people Vlad the poker. His jokes were pretty funny. Stu was showing Vlad Facebook, like you could assume this is like older Facebook with a poke feature. And he's like, you could, add them as a friend and you could poke them. And then he looks at him like, oh shit.
No, he looks at the camera.
Yeah, the camera.
That's the funniest joke in the whole film because it's so subtle and so quick, and Jermaine Clement does it really well. Like, it's not like The Office style where it hits you over the head with a sledgehammer where Jim just stares into the camera for 3 seconds with the same face he always does. I mean, it's funny, but Jermaine Clement just does this little side smirk to the camera because he's not Vlad the Impaler. He's this like worse version called Vlad the Poker.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, and you can poke people. And then he just like, yeah. You had to have caught that he was Vlad the Poker before, and it paid off later. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, he's all of them were funny. Taika Waititi was funny. Johnny Brugge was funny.
Yeah, so each of the vampires, Vlad the Impaler, some sort of Transylvanian, Eastern European. That was Jermaine Clement. And then there was kind of a Scottish hooligan vampire. And then Taika Waititi was an Italian dandy from like the Victorian era. So just, and then finally the roommate that lived in the basement was just 8,000 years old and was in a stone tomb and terrifying. So it was very funny. I liked it.
Yeah, most of these actors are from New Zealand too, as well. So this is like grassroots Taika Waititi, how he was basically making films with people from his home country.
And
one
of my favorites. One of my favorites is the leader of the werewolves. He's done some really funny other satire and just played these different versions that he'll talk about on his Twitter of like, there's a type of Kiwi that's like from this area, just how he'll satirize his culture, his like where he grew up, his homeland, but also kind of educate people at the same time. It's never boring and really interesting. So give it a watch.
Yeah. And it's also Stu as an actor.
The
his
deadpan.
actual name is Stu. So
it's like The Office.
Yeah, he's like from the fourth dimension inside of this movie. He also was in Boy as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then there are some shorts that Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement did in 2005-ish about what we do in the shadows, like little short stories that I think cemented them getting funding for the movie itself.
And then a TV show.
And then the TV show, but I think Jermaine Clement is involved in that, right? Not Taika Waititi?
No, Taika is a producer.
He's a producer, okay.
I'm sure they get producer credits. I don't know how involved they are because it's their creation.
Right. Also, if you look at the guy's name is Stu Rutherford. And there's a movie called Werewolves.
Oh.
And I think that's the opposite end of the vampire storyline. So that was announced.
I need to watch that one.
It's not even out yet. It's just announced.
Oh yeah, that's right. I faintly remember that.
So we could look forward to Stu being in that since he did get converted into a werewolf, and then they kind of make friends at the end because they're like, shit, we love Stu, but now he's a fucking dirty werewolf.
Yeah, how it works out in the end. It wasn't just a random sudden ending. They really had a story they were telling within the mockumentary, and it wrapped. It was done very well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Another favorite part of mine was the what do they call it? The familiar, or the servant or whatever. The servant girl who had Nick turn her into a vampire. The conversation between her and her husband of him realizing that she's a vampire and him becoming the servant now. Just changing that relationship dynamic and having that on camera, fucking hilarious.
It was just so funny that she was like a mom. She had these two like young children, and yeah, all she wanted was to be a vampire, and she got what she wanted in the end. I liked it.
And then flipped the script on her husband. Like, I'm your master though, right? Remember
so funny.
that. Yeah, this was a solid one. This was funny. I enjoyed it.
I liked it. Everyone should watch it. If you haven't seen it, give it another watch. The jokes land. They pay off. It ends as funny as it begins. One more thing about the TV show, I'm enjoying it as well. I'm not done with it, but I've seen Taika having director credits. Like I think on the first episode, he directed that.
Yeah. I think honestly this would fare better as a TV show. Longer term.
Watch. Yeah.
Longer term, I think like when it's all said and done, like as a body of work, like Parks and Rec, The Office, etc. it'll pay off a little bit more because this was funny, but it was like flash funny. You know what I mean?
Quick jokes.
Yeah.
Joke dense. You really had to be paying attention. I like movies like that. But it's really good too, because yes, they can expand the story on and on. There's so many things they can do with these vampires living in a modern world, because we ourselves grapple with living in a modern, rapidly changing world. These vampires get left behind so easily, but it's quite funny to watch them struggle.
Yeah. Solid for me. I enjoyed it. It got a lot of audible laughs from me.
I laughed out loud too, even though I've seen it before. Watch it. I'm excited about Boy. Next week, again, the kind of deadpan, flat, simple comedy that's just served up on a platter before you, kind of takes you a moment to laugh at with Boy next week. So give it a watch. Taika Waititi definitely has a specific sense of humor, and he's a great storyteller. So I'll watch anything he puts out.
Yep, he's one of my favorite directors. So Monday we are watching Boy. That will be on the 27th, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, bring snacks.
Yes, please bring snacks.
You want to wrap it there?
Yeah, well, thank you everybody for listening to episode 35. It's been really fun, as always. Interact with us on Discord or Twitter at LowerBitrate, and we really appreciate you listening.
Wear a mask. Dab.